on this Foundation Day. And first of all, thank you so much to each one of you for joining in on completing 12 years of Crescendo Global. A huge round of applause first and I would also like to thank the people who are there today with us, also those who have been a part of Crescendo at some point in time, because it's with the efforts and contributions of each person who's been a part of Crescendo that we are here at this platform and completing 12 years together. So before we begin, there's a small activity so that we can amp up our energy, and then there's definitely the rest of the events which will bring up the energy even higher. Also moving on to tomorrow's event, which is the Havan and R&R. Keeping our energy at the highest peak and then closing off for the 12 years with the R&R event involved. So all right. It's a very basic activity, but then again, I would like all of you to be very random and spontaneous with this activity. I'm going to give a word, and before I give the word, I'm going to speak out the name of the person. Whatever comes to your mind first, you would have to say it. Alright? You cannot think before saying it. It's a random check. I want to see what are the different kinds of answers that pop up in all of your minds. So let's make it fun. Remote team people, am I audible to you now? Is it clear? Is my voice clear to you?
Yes, it's clear now.
Alright, remote people, I will also circle to you. So please stay on call, be attentive, and you will also be put in group for this particular activity. Okay, starting with Garima. Okay, your word is travel. Good, okay, fine. So she's been traveling with it, that's why I gave the word travel. Alright. Mukul, your word would be corporate.
Rahul Sharma.
Rahul Sharma. Alright. Hina, your word would be singing. You don't have to think. Okay, alright. Another word, the other word for you would be beautiful. Prachi is beautiful. Okay. Alright. Hina is thinking about beauty. Prachi is the one who comes in front of you. Okay, alright. Prachi बहुत ज़्यादा impact कर रही है आपका. ठीक है. Dhavi, a word for you. Your word would be
टाइम भी लगाना
you got it in the spot. All right.
हो गया
Your word is accountable.
me
You yourself. Absolutely right. You are accountable. Okay. Zagati, the word for you. Series. Alright. Radhika, the word for you is work from home.
Stuti
Why Stuti? I am curious to know why Stuti. Radhika, why Stuti? Stuti क्यों आया आपके दिमाग में?
she has recently started work from home. She was in
Okay.
earlier in India.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
मुझे लगता है स्तुति बहुत अच्छे से ऑलरेडी सेटल हो गई है अपना कंफर्ट में आ गई है वर्क फ्रॉम होम वाले उसमें so that is why okay all right moving to our next person Anshli your word is college best life okay all right Preeti your word culture Nice. Okay. Thank you so much. We will take it up to send of culture. That is nice. All right. Priyan, your word would be hard work. Priyan, am I audible to you?
Yes, now you are.
Yes, now you are audible.
Okay. All
Yes, please
right.
tell me the word.
Priyan, your word is hard work.
Team Vanguard.
Okay. That's good. That's nice. That's great. Okay. Rohit, your word is food. बिरयानी तुम्हें देख के मेरे को सबसे पहले दिमाग में ख्याल ही फूड आता है so all right All right, thank you so much, everyone. And now we will begin with the event for the day. Karan sir, if you can come on stage.
Thank you, Anshul, for not taking my name. I was thinking, oh my God. But anyways, first of all, congratulations to everyone on this auspicious occasion of families. I think it's a very big occasion. We can only imagine and we can only think how we started. I think it should come from the horse's mouth. We're waiting for the speech when we'll listen it from you. But I'm equally happy. I've spent 4 years, but it feels like that I am a very important and a very, I would say, internal aspect or the part of this company. Now there is a small activity or a small surprise that we wanted to give to Raghav on his work anniversary as well. So we have something that has been prepared by the teams, which they will come on the stage and perform. So which team? So इसका कोई order नहीं है. There is no order that we have decided. So which team would like to come and give the performance first? कौन सी team पहले आना चाहती है? ये पहले आने वाला सबसे मुश्किल काम होता है वैसे. Who would like to come first? Any team which is ready? कोई बड़ी खतरनाक स्किट जो आ रही है. Okay. Otherwise, फिर मैं choose करूँगा. I'll choose if you will not say that who will come. अच्छा. Okay, team tech wants to come onto the stage. Please welcome with a big round of applause.
Shall we start? Yes. Alright, people. What's up? So you are already full of energy. So for today, Team Profit Pilots would like to wish us a very, very happy and incredible 12th work anniversary in Crescendo Group. And so we feel truly grateful to be part of this institution and the platform that you provided to us. And we thank you for building such a strong platform that we have all have grown up, we have come here, we have learned, and we have been.
Raghav sir, we have been there, you have been there every moment of our journey, every achievement, every challenge, every learning. It's always reassuring to have you as a constant support and guidance. Thank you.
So today in the short time we had, we've put together something fun to reflect how your presence shape our work-life balance.
Please take the mic. Okay.
Taking inspiration from
So हमारी जिंदगी में भी धुरंधर की तरह बहुत सारी मुसीबतें, बहुत सारी कठिनाइयां आती रहती हैं, एंड उन सब कठिनाइयों को निकालने के लिए हमारा बेड़ा पार कराने के लिए देश अनदर धुरंधर.
तो आइए देखते हैं ये सिचुएशन कैसे आती है. आफ्टर एवरी रिव्यू मीटिंग
राघव चौधरी की दी गई जो एडवाइस बड़ी ही किफायती
when someone ignores work despite low revenue.
रेवेन्यू की याद नहीं आई तुझे जस्सी.
when any problem arises. Raghav sir be like.
फिक्र मत कर, मैं हूं ना. मुझे फैसला दे.
After a tough of every Crescendo vibe.
C means interview revenue. C
means
means interview revenue. C means interview revenue.
C means interview revenue.
Dhurandhar, 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 Dhurandhar.
I think these guys deserve a big round of applause. Very well done. So we have set the standard very high now. अब सबको बहुत अच्छा ही करना पड़ेगा. I would now like to invite team BFSI onto the stage.
Now, my this.
Depending on the player. ये वाला कौन सा है? What is this mic in your head when you stand when you sit? Give me
One, two, three, go. धीरे हाय है मुश्किल तो जल्दी ही सही लेकिन सीखी फिर क्लोजिंग कर सही क्लाइंट बोला कैंडिडेट देखेंगे ऑफर लेटर भेज दिया दोस्त ना करे Crescendo recruiters and plan target एक बार राघव सर का है मिशन ग्रोथ का है मिशन हम सारी कोई कॉम्पिटिशन की हायरिंग सक्सेस का फ्लो Crescendo global rocks, let's go.
Very well done. There will be UKG class in the and वो स्कूल फंक्शन में बेटी के साथ और ऐसे बच्चे तो फील करते हैं Yes, well done, good effort. ये बहुत कम टाइम में किया. I was not able to guess that. ये आपने कर लिया ऐसा. You brought all that, you prepared music and everything. It's a great effort. A round of applause for them, guys. All right. आपकी इसलिए गाड़ी जरूरी है क्योंकि आपकी बारी में. You also have to come on the stage. So, team Rishikesh, please come onto the stage. This is your opportunity to shine.
Go Mavericks. Firstly, wishing you very happy 12th anniversary, sir. Your vision and leadership have truly inspired us all. A small token of appreciation from the team Mavericks. So here we begin. 12 years ago, a vision took its first breath, a dream so strong that it refused to rest. Crescendo Global began its climb, turning small step into milestone over time.
12 सालों का ये सफर आसान नहीं था। हर मोड़ पर एक नया इम्तिहान था, पर आपने कभी हौसला टूटने नहीं दिया। इसीलिए आज ये मुकाम इतना खास था। From late night ideas to early mornings, from big wins celebrated to learning from falls, the journey wasn't always smooth or planned, but Raghav sir led it with a steady. नींव आपकी, इमारत हमारी, यही बनी क्रिसेंडो की जिम्मेदारी। 12 साल की ये खूबसूरत कहानी, सर आप ही हैं इसकी असली निशानी। You challenged tough and moments tight. You turned every obstacle into guiding light, not just building a company, but shaping lives, fueling ambitions, and helping dreams rise.
जब सपने सिर्फ सोच तक सीमित थे, आपने उन्हें हकीकत बनाना सिखा दिया। हर मुश्किल को पार करते हुए जीत का असली मतलब समझा दिया। Deadline chased and targets met. Some coffee-fueled days we won't forget. And yes, a few moments. Let's do it tomorrow. That somehow got done today. Because that's just the Crescendo way.
12 years of vision, 12 years of pride. With the whole industry, we grew worldwide. From every challenges to every win, Crescendo's journey begins with achieving the vision.
Very good effort. Very good effort. Round of applause for them as well. So you prepared it on your own or ChatGPT के अंदर ये सब? You mixed it. Yeah, you wrote it. Some you wrote and some then you wrote. Okay, now we have the second last performance of the day. उसके बाद last में सबसे जो बड़ी performance है, corporate performance आएगी. जिनको तैयारी की है. So, Shubham's team, consumer, please come out of the stage.
I'm just fixing it and you must. Is it better?
We as a team, Fusion Frontiers, wish you a very happy 12th year anniversary, Ramsar. We have few lines, of course, कुछ खुद से कुछ GPT से लिखी है. We have these lines to dedicate you, and so here it begins. 12 साल, पर भाई आज भी डे 1 वाली है. एक छोटा सा आइडिया था, आज एक मूवमेंट बन चुका है. टारगेट्स आए, प्रेशर भी आते ही रहते हैं. कभी डेडलाइंस गेम टफ भी बना देती है, पर हर बार एक लाइन जो हमेशा हमें संभाल लेती है. ऑलराइट, लेट्स फिगर इट आउट. और रास्ता खुद बनता चला जाता है.
कभी बॉस नहीं लगे, ज्यादा एक मेंटोर जैसे रहे. कभी सॉफ्टली गाइड किया, कभी क्लैरिटी चेक भी दे गए.
आपने सिखाया काम सिर्फ करना नहीं, उसे निभाना है. भीड़ में चलना नहीं, आगे बढ़ के लीड कराना है. गलतियां हुई, लेसन्स मिले, कभी गिरकर कभी संभल कर, हर फेज में एक ही चीज कॉन्स्टेंट रही, ग्रोथ, जो कभी रुकी है।
आज जो हम हैं वो सिर्फ हमारी मेहनत नहीं, उसमें आपका ट्रस्ट, आपका बिलीफ और थोड़ा सा आपका विजन भी शामिल है।
12 साल का सफर है पर फील अभी भी शुरुआत जैसी है, क्योंकि सच में ये एंडिंग नहीं, एक नई उड़ान जैसी है।
So here's to more ideas, more wins, and वही एनर्जी, वही स्पार्क, बस एक छोटी सी विश, थोड़ा कम अर्जेंट मेल्स एंड थोड़ा ज्यादा ग्रेट वर्क रिमार्क्स।
Very nice, very creative. Can we give her a round of applause? Now the last performance of the day, I would like to request everyone from corporate onto the stage.
ये जो पेजेस आए थे ना, ये
Muskan and Meghna, you're also part of corporate. It was like lead singer is so it's not a song, so it is so me and my team, we are going to मैं और मेरे साथी कलाकार एक छोटा सा मुशायरा पेश करने जा रहे हैं।
राहुल शर्मा पार्टी।
एक पोइट्री के साथ, एक कविता के साथ शुरुआत करेंगे, उसके बाद एक छोटा सा सरप्राइज है, छोटी कवाली है आप सबके लिए जो हम गाएंगे। So this is for our visionary leader Mr. Rahul Chaudhary. ये शख्स नहीं एक चट्टान है, ये शख्स नहीं चट्टान है, हर सन्नाटे के बाद आने वाला एक तूफान है। जब जब वक्त ने इसको आजमाया है, जब जब वक्त ने इसको आजमाया है, इसने हर मुसीबत को हराया है। 12 साल पहले एक चिंगारी थी, 12 साल पहले तो एक सिर्फ चिंगारी थी, और वही अब बन गई ज्वालाए आसमान है। खाली हाथों से जिसने शुरुआत की, खाली हाथों से जिसने शुरुआत की, आज दुनिया में उसकी एक पहचान है, आज दुनिया में उसकी एक पहचान है। सारे दुख दर्द ही पी गया, सारे दुख दर्द खुद ही पी गया, हर आंसू इसका एक आग है, सारे दुख दर्द खुद ही पी गया, हर आंसू इसका एक आग है। जो जलकर और सीख गया, जो जलकर और सीख गया, ये वो एक इंतकाम है। सो नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू रिक्वेस्ट माय टीम, मेरे जो साथी कलाकार हैं वो सही हमारे जो है
हल्का सुरूर है, कसूर है, जो दिलों में आग जगा गया, जो इस बेताबी नूर है, ये तो हल्का हल्का सुरूर है, क्रिसेंडो बोल का कसूर है, हर धड़कन मेरा सुरूर है, जो ख्वाब मेरा सुरूर है, ये तो हल्का हल्का सुरूर है, क्रिसेंडो बोल का कसूर है, हर मेहनत में असर है, अब
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for giving the outstanding and the best performance you got. Yeah, so now I would like to request Mr. Raghav Chaudhary to please come onto the stage and share his vision on the 12 years. I know it is very difficult to say it in few words, all the journey, the struggles, the days that we were doing well and the days we were struggling. Especially he himself stood like a rock in every moment. But let's hear it from himself and let's hear the story of how we are here in the 12 years. A big and a huge round of applause for Mr. Raghav Chaudhary.
I thought that you should hear from me. Thank you so much. बहुत कलाकार हमारे बहुत अच्छे थे multiple teams के. First of all, thanks to everybody, especially the ones who traveled all the way from Delhi, from Chandigarh, to everybody who is joining us on the screen, to everybody who is here. It's a very fulfilling feeling to be able to look at every one of you. बहुत अच्छा लगता है after all these years, and I think that well, I have a script written, I have a story, I have a speech written which I would like to share with you. But if I have to just kind of say it out from the top of my head, मुझे लगा नहीं पता नहीं लगा कि 12 साल कब निकले. I mean, I was just kind of it hits you when you kind of sit back and you are making me realize that it's been 12 years, and I'm really surprised my own self as well. So 12 years, quite a fulfilling journey. I'm going to read for each one of you because I think that there is a lot going on in the world right now, which I'd like to take the opportunity to speak. So friends, colleagues, fraternity members of Crescendo Global, today, 3rd of April 2026, marks exactly 12 years since Crescendo Global came into existence. 12 years, that is 4,380 days. Thousands of calls made, thousands of candidates placed, hundreds of clients served, and one constant thread which is running amongst all of it. It is the people in this particular room, and obviously the ones on the screen. There is a statistic that I want you guys to hold in your mind for a moment. This statistic. Research tells us that most companies, they don't survive 5 years. You are at 12. So the majority, they don't see a decade, 10 years. Less companies do that. And here we are at 12 years, still standing, still growing, and still hungry. I think that deserves an applause. This is not luck, this is not accident, that is you. Every single person who is here has had a hand in writing this particular story of Crescendo Global. We built Crescendo the right way. We didn't go for shortcuts. We did not compromise our standards. We did not just win a quick deal. We performed our karma with excellence, with integrity, and trusted that the results would come. And they did. There is a shloka of Bhagavad Gita that I'd like to say here. It says, Karmanya Vadikaraste Mahapareshu Kadachana. You guys know that this means you have the right to perform your duties, but never to the fruits of your actions. And the rest just kind of happened. I want you guys to take a moment to zoom out because we do not work in isolation. Crescendo operates inside this world, and that world right now is going through something extraordinary. As I speak to you today, the US-Israeli war in Iran, Operation Epic Fury, launched in late February 2026, has triggered what the International Energy Agency is calling, in their exact words, the greatest global energy security challenge in history. The Strait of Hormuz, as you guys know, the narrow passage through which 20% of the world's oil flows every single day, has been severely disrupted. And before this conflict began, crude oil was at about $70 a barrel. Today, it is hovering around $108. That's a 50% rise in just a matter of a few weeks. This is not just an energy story. The World Economic Forum has said it very clearly. What begins and what began as a battlefield shock, it hardens into geo-economic one. First, it hits the fuel prices, then it hits inflation, then food cost, then trade routes, then investment decisions, and this ripple travels all the way to a hiring firm in the ground. India is particularly exposed. We rely heavily on Middle Eastern crude. Energy prices are feeding inflation. The rupee is under pressure. And companies across the world, including our clients, are pausing, recalibrating, and asking, who do we need at the top to navigate through this particular situation? That is the exact question that leads us through the storm. Is this particular question the one which answers why do we exist in the first place? There is also an environmental dimension to all this disruption. The Iran conflict has paradoxically accelerated the global conversation about renewable energy. When a single choke point can paralyze 20% of the global oil supply overnight, the argument for solar, for wind, for clean energy becomes not just environmental, it becomes a matter of national security. The energy transition is no longer a distant idea, it is urgent. And the leaders who will shape that transition, they will be hired by firms like us. Now let's talk about another disruption, a very important one, the one which is more closer to all of you guys, artificial intelligence. In 2026, 84% of talent leaders globally say that they're going to use AI in hiring. The tools are extraordinary. All of you guys have obviously used that. AI has the potential to screen 10,000 CVs overnight. It can pattern match across millions of data points. It can predict attrition, map talent networks, and write job descriptions in seconds. We've all been using that. And yet, there is something AI cannot do. It cannot read a room. It cannot sense the ambition in a candidate's voice. It cannot build that trust that a CXO makes when he picks up the phone at 9 o'clock in the morning and says, I want you to handle this search for me. It cannot do what every single person in this room does every single day. The research is clear. The recruiters who will thrive in 2026 are not the ones who are fearing artificial intelligence. They are the ones who are building their AI twins, who use these tools 15 hours a week from admin work and spend their time doing the one thing that machines cannot replicate, which is the human connection. We are not the tool, and we shouldn't be. We are the wisdom behind the tool. That is the Crescendo advantage. And that advantage only grows more in a world that is more and more automated. While the world navigates turbulence, India is doing something remarkable. India's overall hiring intent has rebounded to 11% for the year 2026, double digits up from 9.75% as of last year. And who's leading that charge? It is the larger industries, our sectors, with a 20% hiring intent, the highest of any industry in India. Banking, financial services, insurance is entering in the world of industry amidst a very high industry hiring speed. India's hiring is projected to grow at 11.5% CAGR all the way up to the year 2030. We are only in 2026, there's still 5 more years for that. We chose leadership hiring as a company. We chose India, and none of that was accidental. It was a pure vision for this organization, for me, when we started back in 2014. That vision is paying off now. In 2026, right now, when the opportunity is the largest that it's ever been. We're not arriving at the party late, we built the party, and now the guests are finally here. I want to walk you through what we built, because I think sometimes when you're inside the story, you don't really fully see it. We started in Gurugram on Golf Course Road, one small office, a handful of people, and one enormous belief that specialist leadership hiring would be done very differently, better, with more rigor, with more heart, in a very Indian manner, in a very Indian way. In 2019, we moved to a WeWork office. We were growing, we needed more room, and we needed to signal that Crescendo was very serious about the work that we were doing. And then in February 2020, we opened up our Mumbai office. 1 month later, the world went into a lockdown. Exactly 1 month later. COVID tested every single business in this entire world. It tested ours too. We made some hard decisions. We shut down the physical office. But here is what we did not shut down. We didn't shut our ambition. We didn't shut our client relationships. We didn't shut our belief in each other. And we adapted. We survived. We held the team together. In 2023, we came back with a brand new office in Gurugram, stronger, leaner, wiser, and we've been building the foundation ever since from that particular office. In June 2024, we launched our remote practice, and today 15 professionals work from across India, bringing Crescendo's excellence to our clients without these geographic borders. 2 years ago, we opened up our Chandigarh office on Mohali. And today, that beautiful office has 5 dedicated professionals serving the Chandigarh region with the same rigor and warmth that defines our firm. In October 2025, just 6 months ago, we formally launched our US practice, taking Crescendo Global Leadership Hiring from Ludhiana, serving the US. Let that sink in for a moment. We also built Highlight Today Media, a platform that has crossed 10,000 followers and it is on its way to become a very credible HR news and thought leadership voice for India's talent ecosystem. We're not just in the hiring business, we are also shaping the conversation around hiring. And through the Crescendo Foundation, we proved that a company's character is not measured only by its revenue. It is measured by its impact on communities, on livelihoods, on lives beyond our immediate world. Some of our finest professionals have worked here. I would like to mention a few names of some of the people who worked very closely in building the company together. Mansal Nagpal, Tableen Bindra, Shivani Vazra, Nikita Sharma, Rajat Sharma, Deepika Gupta, Anmol Sandhu, Ayushi Grover, Isha Joshi, many more. They didn't just work at Crescendo, they helped build it along with all of you guys, and I'm so proud to see all your faces, all of you guys here. This is not just a small company from a small city. This is a firm that built global reach, national presence, and lasting impact from the very scratch, from the ground up, with zero in the bank. In 2005, I would also like to quote Steve Jobs. He stood in front of the graduates at Stanford University and said something that's stayed with me ever since I first heard it. He said, in his words, you can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that those dots will somehow connect in your future. This is in 2005, almost 21 years back. When I started Crescendo Global 12 years ago, I could not see where this was going for sure, I can tell you that. I placed one dot in the first office, the first client, the first hire, and then another dot, and then another. I obviously could not see the line that they were forming back in the days. I just kept on going. Today, looking back, the dots connect beautifully. The early days on Golf Course Road, the WeWork years, Mumbai, the pandemic, the comeback, the remote team, Chandigarh, the US practice, Parek today, the foundation, every single dot connects. Steve Jobs also said the only way to do great work is to really love what you do. Every person who stayed at Crescendo, who has grown here, who has fought through a tough quarter and come back stronger, has shown that sort of love. You love this work, I see that every day, and that love is what makes us very different than the other firms in the similar line of work. Great leaders, they don't just build companies, they build people, and that is the legacy that I want Crescendo to leave. Not just the placements, not just revenue, the people. This room, and of course, guys on the screen. Everyone who's ever been in it. I want to say something that I don't say enough. I've noted it down as well. Thank you. To every person in this room, thank you for choosing Crescendo Global, not just for the job, but for the mission. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, and that choice has made all the difference. To those who've been here from the early days, you bet on a vision when there was no guarantee that it would work. You showed up when the office was small, the team was tiny, and the future was uncertain. You are the foundation of everything that we see. To those who joined later and very recently as well, you guys have brought fresh energy to this office, to this company, new ideas. You've challenged me and everybody else to grow, to evolve, to become better. You are the fuel that keeps this engine running. Everyone who's come to Crescendo with sincerity has received sincerity in return. That is a promise I made to myself in the very beginning when I started the business. It is a promise I also intend to keep. Now let's talk about something forefront. Year 12 is behind us. Year 13 starts tomorrow. And I want to tell you what year 13 is going to look like, because you deserve to know where we are going. We are going to be expanding in NCR, not just with presence, but with intent. Gurugram, Mumbai, Bangalore are the leadership hiring capitals of this country. Our clients are there, our talent is there, the opportunity is enormous, and we are going to go fully after that. We're doubling down on our strength, on our sectors, our home. As India's financial services industry enters its most transformative decade, we will be at the center of every leadership hiring that happens, every leadership conversation that happens in those offices, in those cities. We are investing in you, in training, in tools, in career paths. That means that you can grow from here for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And look back one day and say, Crescendo is where I became who I am today. I've heard that, but I want to go more, with more energy on that statement. The best executive search firms in the world succeed because they combine global reach with local insight, technology with human judgment, and speed with strategic thinking. That is who we are. That is what we will become. That is what we are building. This next chapter of Crescendo is not going to be written by me. It is going to be written by all of you guys, every single person who's on the screen and who is in the room. I want to close with something simple. You guys know the meaning of the word crescendo? Yeah, it's a musical term. Crescendo means, going all the way up to the highest note of music. The word crescendo in music describes a sound that keeps building. It continues to rise. It starts soft, quieter, restrained, and then it grows. And then it grows and grows, and at its very peak, it fills the entire room. That is you. That is us. That is 12 years of work that we've done in the past to become one Crescendo. That's all, guys. That's pretty much what I had to say. Thank you so much we have clarity of purpose. We have purpose now. We're not just mindlessly coming to work and clocking in and clocking out. This combination that we have a purpose, and on the second hand, we have some courageous people like you, people who show courage. This combination in 12 years, it is the one which has built something real, something meaningful, something that truly matters. And we're not done. I'm not done, you're not done, we're not done, because this world is turbulent, the markets are shifting, technology is changing the rules, Middle East is on fire, India is rising, and Crescendo Global, with every single one of you, is ready. Thank you, guys.
I think this was very, very inspiring. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि मैं किसी हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी में बैठा और वहाँ पे listening to someone. I think a big round of applause for Harvard. It's very easy to say यार कि एक कंपनी क्रिएट कर लेते हैं, बिजनेस क्रिएट कर लेते हैं और उसमें let's do something of our own. There are hundreds and thousands of consulting firms, consultancies. If you go to NCR, Bangalore, कहीं भी जाओगे. But the thing which is missing, and this is my first-hand experience, I'm telling you, that most of the companies are running without structure. Most of the companies are running without values and without the culture. Most of the companies do not care for their employees. They are just like another number within the company. I think the best thing which we find here is a very strong value system. The best thing that we find here, of course, created by Mr. Raghav Chaudhary, and we are trying to help, we are trying to build that community where everyone is equally valued. Anyone who is sitting in the remote, anyone who is sitting in a Mohali office, Gurgaon office, wherever you are, you will be equally valued. And we have these very serious discussions every day in the corporate and the management that every person is very, very important for us. And it's a give and take relationship, as Raghav said. Really thankful once again from the entire team. It's very, the words will always be less for what you have done for us. Words will always be less for what you created for everyone in a city where there were not many opportunities. So thanks once again from the core of the heart, from everyone, not from my side, that we will take this vision, this dream of yours forward, and we will live it like it's our own dream for everyone who is present here, for everyone who is in the remote, whoever is listening. So now I would like to, first of all, before we go further, there is a small video which Manpreet wants to show. But before that, Manpreet, I would like to request the team leaders to please come onto the stage for a small token of respect that we want to give to Raghu sir. So Ishman, Mukul, Varun sir, आप भी आ जाइए. Shubham, please come onto the stage. Nikita, please. Wait. Sir, please.
Yeah, I get one trophy every year. This is that special. Do you guys know what is after this? No idea? Absolutely no idea. Make a guess.
Just give me one.
Huh? Video oh, not. This is a little surprising. My second was surprising. Live. Okay.
Big round of applause.
Some of you from here are from the center, so that everybody can come. Now we hold it. You guys will video. Thank you so much. The gift room let us
Now we like सबको thank you करो सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Performances were great. They were super, guys. Thank you so much. You put a lot of effort, and I'm so impressed. Some of you guys are so talented, yaar. मतलब मजा आ जाता है देखकर. And yeah, there's a little surprise. I want to thank everybody as well. And we completed 12 years. थोड़ी मस्ती होनी चाहिए. So there are a few snacks, and let's enjoy some singing outside and some food outside. And before we do that, there's a video that I think Manpreet wants to showcase. So go ahead, Manpreet.
So this is a video that we've created, and all the management trainees who recently joined us, can we have them here? So one of you, please. So this is a video that we try to showcase the impact that Crescendo Global has created in the last 12 years. Come on, quickly. Okay. So it's not a song. We want your attention on the screen, but yes. So all of them collaborated on an idea that we need to create some content for the impact that Crescendo Global has created, and each of them spoke to the candidates and created user-generated content, and which we have in the form of testimonials. So first draft Muskan did, and second draft Megha did, Rani did. So that video is on screen and we shared. So it's 12 years of impact. Couple of testimonials that we have.